course, I decided to send it over to Daryl to see what he thought. And he thought, maybe we should try something a little different. And I had the hardest time telling my friend I wanted to try something different. So I had to sit with it for a little bit, see how I felt, if I actually did want to try something different, or I wanted to move forward with what he gave me. So I thought about it and I decided, okay, yes, let's try working with someone else. The current production you hear today was done by the great Mr. Anton Charles. And could you believe that I had the audacity to tell this man that I do not like it the first time I heard it? I don't understand, because when I listened to that video that you heard with me and my brother walking it out, I'm like, how did I not hear this entire vibe the whole time? I told him I wanted it to sound like a Baptist with a tambourine and give an old-time crusade vibe. I don't know how I did not hear what we currently have. But, he said, okay, we will work on it. After the crusade is finished, we'll change up what we need to change. I started to get accustomed to it. I fell in love with what it sounds like now, and honestly, I don't think it should sound like anything else. This is exactly what it should sound like. And then came the first performance. I was nervous as ever for people to hear this song, but also excited. I felt like, the movie like The Lion King, when the monkey is holding up Simba to the wall. I felt like I was holding on my baby to the wall for them to see, But people sang it night after night. People fell in love with it. It was so cool to see people singing a song that I wrote. I felt really good about that. Pastor Brent even had this little interview with me, and that's when people found out, I wrote the song, and they started to love it even more, sent me all of these messages, which I greatly appreciated. The Seventh-day Adventist Mission here in St. Vincent actually donated funds so that the song could be recorded and produced. And when they did that, that is when I felt the pressure to make sure the song was done and done well. What people don't know is that I actually recorded this song 3 times. The first time I recorded was actually the first time I ever went to a studio, and I was very nervous but excited at the same time. And I recorded with Ross Morgan. I actually need to shout him out because that experience was really good for me. So I want to say thank you for that. The second time I recorded was with Mr. Cleon Richardson, who is actually the mixing engineer for this song. So what you hear is because of him. I only had 1 recording session with him. I was supposed to go back, but never was able to. And then decided to record the 3rd time with Anton Charles. So what you hear now is what was recorded with Anton Charles. We finished that song in roughly 2 days. It was a really cool experience trying to get everything done within those 2 days. When it comes to figuring out what to go in this section or what harmonies to sing, some of the harmonies Anton had me singing up in the hills. Never forgive him for that. But it was such a fun time. There was a section in the song where I wanted it to sound like a choir was singing. And so we tried to change my voice, make me sound like a different person each time. So I would hold my nose and sing. In some aspects, I was trying to lower my tone and try to get that choir song. But in the end, it really didn't sound like it was multiple persons, just sound like me stacked multiple times. So I finally decided, to bring my friends along, and I invited my friends Renee Lawrence, Safia John Merritt, Shakira John Marshall to help me out in that section. So that choir song that you hear within the song, that was definitely done by them. I was so excited when they did it. They sounded so good, and I am forever grateful for what they did. If you're looking for BGBs, you can check out my friends and they will help you out. You can even check out Renee Lawrence because she does arrangements for your BGBs. So if you're not sure what you want your BGBs to sound like, you can check her out. There were many delays with this song, and I pushed it back more times than I could count, and I became very discouraged. I prayed to God so many times saying, God, whatever you want to do, I am here for it, you just do it. But at the same time, I don't think I really believed that. I struggled with giving him complete control. But if I learned anything from this entire process, it is patience. I learned, you have to know when to leave it in God's hands. I learned you can have all the plans in the world, and if God doesn't want it that way, it's not going to happen. I'm really happy the song came out at a time like this, because we are so much closer to the second coming of Christ, and it's like a call, for us to get ready for that time.